Hello everyone, this is Darker Vapours. This is my first ever video that I'm going to be loading to YouTube on my new channel, which is Darker Vapes. I'll put all the details and everything on afterwards. Like I said, first time, so go easy. In all honesty, I can never imagine myself doing a video, but I've become really passionate about vaping. And for me, it's more of a movement now, and definitely a passion for me than it ever was, and especially when I read up quite a bit about vaping, and it was quite funny. What really inspired me to kind of want to review vaping is I recently went to Madrid, and over there, obviously, it's banned. And I was with my friend and his mother, and his mother lit up a cigarette, and I had my vapor in my hand, and I said to her, "Do you want to try it?" And she pointed at me, and she goes to me, and even though she didn't know any English, she said to me, "That's no good. The doctor said it's no good." And that kind of lit a fire in my belly, because you have cigarettes that are proven, to give you cancer over time or immediately, but effectively it gives you cancer. You've seen the pictures on the pack of those cigarettes, and they will tell you not to bloody do it. But nonetheless, she still felt that cigarettes were better for her than a vape, which in my mind doesn't really make any sense. So with that in mind, that's kind of brought me on to my passion for vaping. I smoked 25 a day, 15 years. Start from 25, start off maybe like 10. But with the job I do within IT, it's quite stressful. So I used to just smoke, maybe at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and then it just got more and more and more. So yeah, I started smoking far too much. It was up to about 25, sometimes 30, and I just thought enough's enough. I did start off on a very small starter kit, 20 quid, ego twist, I don't know what you call them. And it was okay, but I was still smoking. Really didn't kind of, it stopped me to a degree, but I was still smoking quite a lot. So in my mindset, I just thought maybe I should just need to go bigger. So I went to a couple of shops in Brighton. There are definitely a few more shops in Brighton now. They're becoming more and more popular. But in terms of expertise per shop, it differs massively. What I'm hoping to do as well is to do a video on some of the shops we currently have in Brighton. Just to name a few, we've got the Vaping Vault, which is one of my personal favourites. We've also got Mist, and we've got another one called Evolution Vaping. That's the main three that I'm aware of and the ones that I use. And through just going through those different shops, I've kind of garnered quite a lot of information from them. And I've kind of built up my repertoire, and in terms of my learning, I know a lot more than I did before. So that's kind of inspired me about the smoking and kind of the legislation they're trying to put in place, and how EU are trying to ban it, and effectively how these big companies, tobacco companies, are trying to say they're worried about vaping. Your products give people cancer and make them invariably very ill. So yeah, that's random. So that's kind of the path I've taken. So I'm quite passionate about vaping. I'm trying to get more involved within the movement. They've got a massive vaping event. I think it's in July, which is in London, but I'll put some more details up about that as well. So that's going to be my first vaping event in the UK. I don't know if it's the UK's first one, but yeah, it looks quite promising. I have tried to wrangle in some friends, but no one's as passionate about vaping as I am yet. So yeah, I'm just going to pop up there on my lonesomes, have a look around. There's loads and loads of people in the vaping community, and the shops and the sellers, and you do the mods and everything else that are going. So it's going to be really interesting. So I'm quite looking forward to that. So anyway, on my first video, I was gonna maybe talk about some mods and stuff. To be fair, most of them have already been reviewed, primarily in America. I think UK are starting to get more people that are doing reviews and stuff. But for me, I will be doing mods and whatnot. As you can probably see, I've got quite a few. I've got the Sub Tank. I've got the Sigelei 30 watt, Kanga Mini, Kanga Nano, Vamo V6. Yeah, I've got the Nautilus. I've got quite a bit, to be fair. I've got quite a lot. So yeah, so for my first video, I wanted to talk about e-liquids. So for me, when I started vaping, I did notice there was a massive difference in quality between the the liquids I was picking up from the shops. I was one of those. I wasn't really into vaping, so I'd pick some up from a petrol garage, or I'd pick some up from a sweet shop, and they were like, you know, $4.99, $3.99 for like 10 mils, which is kind of general. But to be fair, the stuff they pump out is absolute rubbish, if you ask me. A lot of it was 50-50, 50% VG, 50% PG. For anyone out there that doesn't know what PG and VG is, I'm going to do another video on that. I think it's been done to death, but again, I think any information we can give back out to people that are out there that are still smoking, it'd be quite interesting for them to kind of find out about it. Again, I had to look at so many YouTube videos, kind of figure out what VG was, what PG was, the nicotine ratings, the recipes, how to put stuff together, where to get your supplies from. And it's only now, because I've been doing it literally for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months hardcore, I'm really passionate about it, that I've built up a bit of learning. I know where I go for my nicotine. I know where I go for my flavourings, which particular ones. I know what I like and I know what I don't like. So yeah, so the first video is going to be about my e-liquids. So to give you a bit of a background, I don't buy any e-liquids from shops. I think I bought an e-liquid 2 weeks ago from the Vapour Vault because I was on my lunch break and I forgot to bring a bottle of juice with me. And I bought like juice from Vapour Vault and spiced apple, I think it was, but it was in a 10 and I smoke at 6, so it blew my head off. But yeah, for the most part, I make my own e-liquids. I'll quickly just take you through what I've got. I'm not going to give you a massive tutorial right now on how I do my juices and whatnot, but I will give you a brief look at the ingredients involved. This little box of tools and whatnot. If you hear me shouting at all, it's because my kitten's around and she likes to nip at toes. So here's my little box of tricks. So for people out there who don't know, they will tell you when they're making an e-liquid and stuff that it's a mix of VG and PG. So VG, if you don't know, is vegetable glycerin. Yeah, that's the safer of the two ingredients, allegedly. And the second one is PG, propylene glycol. So the facts are vegetable glycerin will give you more vape, more cloud, more vapor, big vapors. I'm a vapor chaser, so I love the VG. It does clog up your atomizer, your atty a lot quicker though. So that's something just to bear in mind if you're going to be doing it. And the PG will give you a stronger throat hit. Not really about the throat hit, to be honest with you. For me personally, I like a throat hit, very minimal though. And obviously you've got your nicotine. In the UK, no longer sell 100 in strength milligrams, as far as I'm aware. I haven't had a look all over the place and I cannot find it anywhere. The most you can get now in the UK, as far as I'm aware, is 72. So I've got 200 ml there, and I've also got 100 ml, an old bottle which I bought a little while ago. So whenever you're going to be handling this stuff, always use gloves. My friend sorted this out for me, so I have absolutely stacks of this stuff, but always wear gloves. Very important. It's very, very poisonous. Like I said, I'm not going to get too much into making. I'm not going to go too much into talking about making it today. Today is just literally just going to be about some of the flavours I've put together. Then I'm just going to do little videos if it's okay and people think it's alright. It's not totally rubbish. On the different flavours I've made. So first of all, I get all my vapes from the Alchemist cupboard. I think that's correct. I hope that's correct. If that's not, I'm just going to go and double check that. So I don't, I'm going to look like a right donkey. Yes, that is correct. So I get all my concentrates from the Alchemist cupboard. The last batch I actually ordered, I've ordered quite a few from there, but the only reason I haven't done a video sooner is because I just wanted them all to steep. And also, the other concentrates I also get from another place called Decadent Vapours. Now, these are probably well known, a very, very, very popular brand of e-liquid. These guys, they really, really, really know their stuff. and they come in these fancy green, and the branding for Decadent Vapours is absolutely amazing, really, really good. They come in these little cases, very, very solid, and I get really happy every time I see one of these. And I've still got the previous ones over there because I really like them, because I'm sad like that, and I'm probably going to reuse them. But yeah, Decadent Vapours. I've got a bunch of flavours and whatnot I've got from them, which I'm going to do a review on. Like I said, I've got a whole batch of their concentrates which I've mixed up, which are currently steeping at the moment, and I'm going to be doing a review on those maybe in about a week's time. I'm also just going to give you a quick view as well of my e-liquids. So as you can see, I'll bring that down low enough, as you can see, I've got them all here, and they're all steeping. As you can tell, there are absolutely stacks and stacks of them. when I get into something, I really get into something. So yeah, so talking about Alchemist Cupboard. So from last time I ordered Pralines cream. I've only ever had it Pralines cream in an ice cream form. I'll be honest, Pralines cream for me wasn't the best flavour. I've put it together and I vaped it, and it's like a really nutty taste and vapour. It just, for me personally, it just doesn't vape nice, and that's at 80/20 VGPG with 6% nicotine. It just doesn't vape very nice for me personally. Not a fan. Also got maple syrup. In all honesty, I let my stuff steep for 3 to 4 weeks before I even sample the goodies. But as you can imagine, every so often I will get one and I'll be like, I smell it and I can't help myself. I've got to vape it. I've got to vape it. I've got to vape it. I vaped it. Some of them. So yeah, so I think it's just come back on. Sorry about that. So the other one I got is a cinnamon Danish swirl. Daily vape rotation. I think they call it that now. Vape rotation. It's in my rotation. I smoke this on the daily. Absolutely amazing. I also got gingerbread, which it literally is so spot on. It's absolutely amazing. I also got a vanilla custard, which I'll talk about in a minute. And I also got a glazed donut. I don't usually. I like a mix of everything. So in my e-liquids, I've got, lime, key pie, kiwi, sherbet, black cherry, strawberry, banana, Red Bull. I've got the work. So I'll try anything, to be honest with you, and then it's either I like it or I don't. But in terms of the Alchemist Cupboard, they are actually Capella. So I'd heard a lot about Capella from looking at loads of different sites and stuff, and everyone, I think it's like a 50-50 kind of thing. You either like Capella or you don't like Capella. Personally, like I said, I try anything. I tried Capella concentrates, and I absolutely love them. I don't know how they're mixing it, what they're doing to it, but for me, it's definitely one of the best. It's definitely up there with Decadent, as far as I'm concerned. It's really good. Like I said before, though, Pralines cream, I didn't personally like it. It's personal opinion, personal taste. I didn't like Pralines cream. Maple syrup, it tastes okay, but that's got to steep. I tasted that after a few days, but it's got to steep for a little while to know. Cinnamon Danish swirl, I love this so much. I went back and actually ordered some more for my reserves. As you can see, 2 brand new bottles there, just sitting there. So cinnamon Danish, absolutely amazing. Gingerbread, again, absolutely amazing. And also, I'm mixing this at about 15% concentrate, 15 to 20% concentrate, give or take. Also, glazed donut. I taste it. I've smoked this a couple of times actually, and it's only steeped for like a week, and it's really, really nice. It's very moreish. Vanilla custard. I haven't actually tried that one yet. Funny enough, I've also got vanilla cupcake, which I'm vaping at the moment, which is absolutely delightful. All in all, Alchemist Cupboard for me are definitely really, really, really good concentrates. Can't rate them enough. Really, really like their stuff. Delivery is really, really quick. It turns up very, very quickly. Good packaging. Can't fault them. And I love the fact the bottles are see-through, because when I'm actually mixing, a lot of other suppliers, they put them in dark bottles, so I can't really see how much I'm pouring out. I have to kind of guess. But other than that, yeah, absolutely love Alchemist Cupboard. They have a massive selection of concentrates, which a lot of places don't. They really lack in terms of variety. But yeah, Alchemist Cupboard, really, really good stuff. thumbs up from me. Great concentrates. Keep up the good work. Definitely going to be ordering more. And I think that kind of brings an end to my first video. So like I said, yeah, I've literally just created a YouTube channel called Darker Vapours. This is going to be the first video going up on there. I have got a Twitter page, but I'm actually going to create a different one called Darker Vapours. So I've got some work stuff on there, so I don't want to keep it all separate and whatnot. So I'm going to have that all up and running this weekend, and I want to start posting videos on a regular. And also, my next review, I'm going to talk about Decadent Vapours, as I already mentioned. And also, just to add to everyone out there, I'm not endorsed by anyone. I don't get paid. I don't get any free stuff. This is just a passion, and just because I'm a geek for vaping. Simple as. So yeah, Decadent Vapours is next. Got loads to tell you about these guys, loads to tell you about their concentrates, so really looking forward to telling you about that. And lastly, I literally just got this today. Literally, postman knocked on my door and I ran to the door all excited, and I picked up this, a Sigelei 150 watt. Wow, I'm not going to do a review on it like I said, but wow, this is a serious bit of kit. Like everyone else says, what the hell are you going to need 150 watt for? But in all honesty, I'm going to be getting into RBAs and stuff soon. So I think that 150 watt's going to come in handy. But personally for me, I like a warm vape, and I vape on average at about 25 to 27. No more than that really, to be honest with you. Primarily for me at the moment, I'm loving the Kanga Mini, absolutely love it. And I'm also loving the Kanga Nano. Kanga Mini. Love this little beast. I'm not gonna I don't know if I'm even going to do a review on this because I think it's been done to death, but for me, the Kanga Mini, it's an absolute beast and I love it. So yeah, next review is going to be the Sigelei 150 watt. I'm going to be doing it with the Atlantis and also with the Kanga Mini, and I'll tell you my experiences with that. But so far, it's looking very bloody powerful. Right, that's it from me. This is Darker Vapours signing out. Everyone keep on vaping. Cheers.